Hey, Gareth here at the Auckland School of Rock. Here at School of Rock we often get accused of encouraging drummers. Well, yes we do, and we want you to be a drummer too. I've recently just started playing drums myself, and as a guitarist it's one of the most cathartic things I could have possibly experienced. And you know, young drummers don't know what to do a lot of the time, so here's a beginner video just for you. Check it out, then come get some lessons, and we'll get you started. See you soon.
Alright, now grip the drumstick with the top knuckle of your index finger and your thumb. The butt of the stick should go down the center of your palm, and your fingers wrap around for support. If you were to stretch your arm out, the stick should be an extension of your arm. It should be in line with your arm, even if your hand and fingers point away. For the most part, we play down onto our surfaces, so the top part of your hand should be facing up. Alright, now if you already own a drum set, it'll look something like this. Perhaps your cymbals are a bit different. Maybe you have a 4-piece as opposed to a 5-piece. Whatever, it's all relatively the same. Now, facing the kit, look to your left. These are the hi-hat cymbals, a pair of cymbals that open and close. For our purposes, we're going to leave them closed, so just depress the pedal with your left foot. Alright, now I want you to count as steadily as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use arrows to indicate when we play the hi-hat. Okay, so we're going to play on all 4 beats. I'd like you to take your right hand and bring it over to the left side and play down onto the hi-hat while counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to the right and below the hi-hat is the snare drum. This is a drum we're going to be playing with our left hand. This time I'd like you to focus on 2 and 4, which I'm going to highlight with a square. It rhymes with snare, so it'll help you remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the second layer of our beat. We're going to play it at the same time as we play our hi-hat. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Both hands, both sticks, working at the same time, playing and counting. Alright, now have a look below. This is the kick drum, sometimes called the bass drum. It's played with a foot pedal, so we're going to need to use our right foot. I'm going to use a circle to indicate when kick drums should be played, so we need to focus on 1s and 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a new layer, and we want to play everything together. Right hand on the hi-hat, right foot on the kick drum, left hand on the snare drum. Try layering things in a different order, like start with the snare, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then add the kick, kick, snare, kick, snare. Make your final step to add the hi-hat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try something different. Count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Play this with the hi-hat. Now let's add the kick drum. You'll remember the kick drum goes on 1 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, now let's add the snare drum on 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Alright, now that you've got the basics, you can start experimenting. For example, you could change your kick pattern. Leave your hi-hat and snare patterns exactly the same, but move around your circles. For example, you could put a kick on the end of 4 or the end of 3. I think it's a good rule of thumb to always leave a kick on 1. Each of these new beats that you'll be creating will sound and feel different, so just use your counting to keep you on track. The symbols we've been using to help us learn these beats can be rearranged and give us an idea of what it's like to read actual drum music. You can see that things are separated out vertically, the arrows become X's. It looks a little different, but you can still follow along just based on your counting alone. And if you were to buy an entry-level drum book, I think you'd be able to decipher the first few beats, and from there you could learn a lot more. So now you've got the tools to play and create some basic beats, as well as read a little bit of drum music. I hope it's been fun. Practice hard, guys.